TIFU by slapping my girlfriend's mom's ass. So me and my girlfriend have been dating for about 6 months now, and today I went over to her house. I've been over multiple times before, but I am only allowed to go when her parents aren't home, since they don't know about me. So today my girlfriend called me around 9:30 p.m. and tells me that her parents aren't home and that I could go over. So me being the horny guy I went over thinking we would have sex. When I got there she was at front door waiting for me. We kissed and went inside. She led me into her room and we made out and then had sex. After we finished she told me she was going to take a shower and that I could get food from the kitchen. At first I didn't go to the kitchen since I wanted to finish a movie I was watching before she called me. As soon as I finished it, I went to the kitchen and I saw who I thought was my girlfriend looking for something in the fridge. Now it has been around 20 minutes since she went in the shower, so I thought she would have been out by now. So me thinking it is my girlfriend, I slap her ass really hard and then she did this high pitched scream and she turned around and saw me went running. When I saw her face I freeze, and as soon as she ran away from me, I think she went into her room. I quickly went to my girlfriend's room and got my stuff and left. I am in my room right now and I don't know what I should do. Edit. So my girlfriend called me to ask me where I went and I told her what happened. She told me that lines she tried to explain to her mom that it was a mistake. After like 30 minutes of waiting I get a call from her asking me to go over. She tells me that her mom isn't mad but just wants to meet me. So I agree to go over. When I get there I nervously knock at the front door and my girlfriend's mom opens it. She smiles at me and tells me to come in. She gets me a glass of soda and tells me that she forgives me since this wasn't the first time it happened. I ask her, what do you mean this isn't the first time? And she goes on to explain how her son slapped her ass before mistaking her for his girlfriend. Her son is 19 and she is 38, but she looks like she is in her early 20s, and from behind her ass looks just like my girlfriend's ass. So she forgives me and says next time be more gentle as a joke. Also, for you wondering, me and my girlfriend are 16 and I didn't have to worry about her dad finding out since he left them when my girlfriend was 6 years old, but they don't really care that he is gone. So yeah, this is a story how I met my girlfriend's mom. I know this may be hard to believe, but honestly today was the scariest day of my life and I am glad she didn't call the cops. Honestly her mom seems chill and my girlfriend is beautiful and has a good personality, so I am glad this didn't affect our relationship. Probably should not have left, that is going to make things look a million times worse. It is okay to duck up. It is not okay to run away without an explanation. LOL. Her poor mum. Laughing. Just tell your parents you're sexually active and be done with it. Figure out a neutral ground for how they feel about you doing it in their home. It is a normal part of life. A good parent would respect that or already know anyway. So let me get this straight. You accidentally slap your GF's mom's ass. She has the normal reaction to a random man in her own home, panics and hides. You grab your stuff and take off home. Dude, you gotta call your GF ASAP man and explain everything. I know it was an accident, but you look so sus from everyone else's point of view. Well, I guess it is time to properly introduce yourself to her parents. Next time try bringing her mother flowers and her dad a bottle of scotch. Actually, maybe you should throw in some chocolates considering you have already smacked her ass. Do they make cakes for that occasion? I'm sorry for slapping your ass and making you think I was a home invader rapist and then leaving without clearing up the situation. I think he is going to need a triple layer wedding cake for this. 1. This is an excellent way to break up with someone. If you cannot think of a better way. I have been watching too many crime shows lately. Did you not know her dad was not around prior to the ass slapping? You wrote parents plural, then went on to mention it was just her mom, and that dad has been absent. You just trying to tell a good story. What you hiding? You need to lean into this, not run from it. Speak to your GF and get her input, but my instinct here would be to either 1. Preferred. Go background when it is an appropriate time. Explain you thought she was her daughter. I assume she had take that as a compliment and then panicked and fled. Apologize and reintroduce yourself. Hopefully she has a sense of humor. 2. Not great. Emigrate. Ideally under a new identity, preferably in the antipodes to where you currently live. Sever all ties with your previous life. That person died today. Hey, they say women look like their mom when they get old. If you cannot tell the difference between her and her mom now, this is a very good sign. Or very bad if your GF already looks old. But really, I could tell she liked it by the hungry look in her eyes, and I'm totally not a virgin. Later that night, we did it. I was pretty great. And then everyone high-fived me. I walked in the kitchen once at my ex-wife's house and thought it was her bending over, so I walked up behind her, grabbed her hips, and pushed my member against her, then realized it was her mom. Did this same thing, except the mom knew about me, and I essentially fingered her as she was bent over in front of the oven, putting in some biscuits. I did not realize she was awake. I was aghast and apologized profusely. The mom just giggled and said not to worry about it. I was 18 when I mistakenly slapped my girlfriend's mother's ass hard. Tag. You are it is least uncomfortable way I have thought of over the past 30 years to inadequately excuse it. Girlfriend became an ex-girlfriend 23ish years ago, and I still cringe inside to recall our mutual astonishment and the sudden lack of holes in the earth waiting to swallow me and provide a distraction to cover my error. I slapped my best friend's girlfriend's ass the other day on complete accident. I apologized immediately, and luckily we've all known each other for like 10 years and have all grown up together, so she understood. Probably too late now, but you had a golden opportunity to win her mom's heart by complimenting her on how young she looked. Like I really thought you were your daughter. I mean, you could totally pass for 16. Who knows? It might turn into a mom's teachers. It's going to be really hard, but you have to call and ask to speak with the mom. Then you say this: "Hi madam, I'm really embarrassed, but I wanted to apologize for scaring you, and obviously for touching your bottom. I was trying to be silly with your daughter. We have been dating for about half a year. Again, I'm really sorry, and I hope that you can forgive me. The only reason I left so quickly was because I was so embarrassed by my mistake and doing that to you. I do not know how she will react. Is she super religious? Angry? Something else? Maybe not. But the best you can do is own up. Not make excuses. Not try to avoid it. Not try to make your girlfriend handle it for you and put it out there. Make it a thing. Every time you see her mom, smack her ass. It will help you assert dominance and probably lead to some weird, fun, ducked up times. My wife and her aunt are almost identical from behind. I have hugged her aunt from behind, and her uncle hugged my wife from behind, and felt my wife's baby bump, realizing it's not his wife. I was at the grocery store with my girlfriend in college. I had this thing of bugging her by saying heads up and heaving something into the cart like a quarterback throwing a pass. I yelled heads up and heaved a can of beans and it into a stranger's cart whose ass looked like my girlfriend's. She let out a scream and ran off around the end of the aisle. I ran off equally quickly, found my girlfriend, and we split. You didn't even tell your GF what happened once you knew it wasn't her you just spanked. You bolted and left your GF to explain for you, and then try to explain why you were Maya. Even at 16 you should know better than to just ditch your GF in a situation like that. I could understand the embarrassment, but even from a mother's perspective, the running off and leaving the daughter to explain by herself is definitely a way to cause problems, if not end the relationship altogether. Some comments have said it's a P0RN plot, but that would be a short movie if the man ran away instead of admitting what he did. If I am in a P0RN, I want the man to stick around and finish what he started, not run off like a scared kid. Been with my wife going on 9 years. Legit almost slapped her sister's ass not even a year ago. She was bent over doing something as I walked by. Had no reason to slap it. Not sure if my brain was confused and thought it was my wife, but yeah, I really almost did this. I have seen pornos that start like this. It sounds like your girlfriend's mom is down. The mom will either walk in on you two having sex and tell her daughter she does not know what she is doing and join in, or you will have sex with her mom and then your girlfriend will find out and you will have a threesome. Either way, if pornography has taught me anything, there is a mother-daughter threesome guaranteed in your future. Laughing, I can see this happening. I always joke round with my Miel when she round commenting on how she looks great, how her outfits look, make those passes. One day at a cookout at our house, she was bent over reaching into a cooler for a drink and they were wearing matching outfits, so I just waltz up and give it a firm grasp. She stiffens and looks and I am like, oh my god, oops. You look like your daughter, so I just assumed. She laughed and slammed hand back on it like, here, give it a firm squeeze and get it out of system real quick. Then we laughed. Wife thought it was funny when I told her, so can see this happening, laughing. This really happened. I promise it's not the start of some porn fantasy. A few years back, my wife had an appointment to work with a designer to redo our kitchen. On the morning of the appointment, I came downstairs and saw my wife bent over at the waist looking in the pantry closet, as I usually do. When I walked by her, I gently cupped her ass with my right hand. Then I walked over to the refrigerator and got some orange juice out. My wife was standing next to the fridge, and I asked her if I could pour her a glass as well. At that moment it hit me. If my wife was standing by the fridge, whose ass did I just fill up? I blurted out, oh my god, and looked over to the pantry, where the attractive young interior designer was now standing upright. I'm so sorry, I thought you were my wife. You were both wearing yoga pants, was all I could stutter out. At this point my wife was laughing hysterically. I told you that habit of yours was going to get you in trouble one day. Meanwhile, the designer is blushing and starting to laugh too. She replied that I just thought you were very friendly clients. I quickly excused myself and got in the car and went for a drive just to get out of the house. Bro, this is the most pathetic shit I've ever heard. It's called an apology. Grow up and learn how to apologize immediately. What s with this juvenile running away shit? In what world do people just run away and wait and hide? Are you a man or not? You're running from a woman you just hit. What s wrong with you? I don't care how awkward you think that is, you real bitch. If you can just apologize immediately. You suck. If I were her mother, I would not just forgive you first. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing for more videos.